Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Calculating audio aesthetics has been a complex task due to its subjective nature. Unlike objective metrics like frequency response or signal to noise ratio, audio aesthetics require a nuanced understanding of human perception. That is where this new model from Meta or Facebook, Audiobox Aesthetics, help. In this video, we are going to install it locally and then we will test it out in few of the local audios to see how it works. Meta Audiobox Aesthetic is a model that enables the automatic evaluation of audio aesthetics, providing a comprehensive assessment of audio quality across speech, music, and sound. The model makes predictions that analyze content enjoyment, content usefulness, production complexity, and production quality. Addressing the challenges of subjective audio evaluation leads to improved audio content quality and the development of more advanced generative audio models. Now, if you look here, there are few matrices which they are measuring. There is this production quality, production complexity, content enjoyment, and content usefulness, and model provides scores based on few of the heuristics mentioned in their paper. You can also find a lot of information around the benchmarking on the model's card, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Very quickly, this production quality focuses on technical aspects of quality instead of subjective quality. Aspects include clarity, fidelity, dynamics, frequencies, and specialization of the audio, whereas this production complexity focuses on complexity of an audio scene, and I will be talking more about it as we proceed in the video. So let's try to get it installed and then we will see how it works. Let me also give a huge shout out to Mast Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. This is a VM I'm going to use, Ubuntu 22.04, and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. Let me quickly create a virtual environment with Conda. And while that environment gets created, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are AgentBot. AgentBot lets you effortlessly deploy a personalized knowledge bot across platforms like Discord, Slack, and others. It is ideal for open source tech communities and startups that provide user support, and I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, let's go back and check what is happening. Almost there. Okay, so let me now install this Audiobox Aesthetics with simple pip command, and that is a good thing about it, that the installation is fairly straightforward. And these prerequisites and audio aesthetics is installed. Let's also git clone the repo of it, and the simple git clone command, and that is all done. And now in order to run it, all you need to do is to run this command and it is going to open a Gradio demo in your browser. So let me run it and access it in the browser. And first time when you run it, you see that it downloads the model. And then it has launched the Gradio demo on our localhost at port 7860. Let me open it in my browser to see what happens. There you go. So Meta Audiobox is running in our localhost and we can play around with it. Now let me quickly select an audio from my local system and then we can check it out, or the GitHub repo which we have cloned, you can also just load this file. Maybe I'll just go with this file first from their demo. So if I click on submit, it is working at the moment, and this is the score which it has given. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, let's talk a bit more about this score here. So production quality, production complexity, content enjoyment, and content usefulness are the metrics which it produces. Production quality we already discussed. It is focusing on the technical aspects of quality instead of subjective quality. Production complexity focuses on complexity of an audio scene measured by number of audio components. Content enjoyment focus on the subject quality of an audio piece. It's a more open-ended axis, Some aspects might include emotional impact, artistic skill, artistic expressions, as well as subjective experience. And then content usefulness is also a subjective access, evaluating the likelihood of leveraging the audio as source material for content creation. So you see that these are the heuristics. It has done well on the quality side of things. Now let me also check out this audio first. So you see the audio is not bad, quality is quite good, complexity is not that, it's not complex at all, and it was quite enjoyable too and useful too in terms of its subjective nature. Now let's click on this X. Let me select an audio from my local system. So I'm just going to select first this angry man here. Let me play it first.
You've hit me 4 times now.
Okay, let's check it out. There you go. You see, it was again not that complex, and now I'm not still not sure that it detects a usefulness, because that really is subjective. But other than that, it is okay. Production quality is in mid, sort of in mid, which is good, and enjoyment is not there really. That is also correct. Let's try out another one. I'm just going to go with maybe this one. Let me play it. What is happiness? Let's click on submit. There you go again. The quality is okay, it's not that good. And then complex is so very small. You can see that it's not a hard one. And enjoyment is just okay. I mean, it's not a music or anything like that. So I think these matrices are quite cool. And not only they give us a glimpse of what exactly is the quality, overall quality of the audio, but also it can be used in evaluating lot of matrices heuristics about your audio files. And now finally I'm just checking out another audio which is slightly longer.
Then, leaving the corpse within the house, they go themselves to and fro about the city and beat themselves, with their garments bound up by a girdle.
Let's check it out. Yep, this one is quite good. You see the scores went up because audio is quite good. It is very professionally delivered, so that's quite good. Let's check the VRAM consumption. It is not even consuming any VRAM, running all on my CPU. It's a very lightweight small model. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what do you think about it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.